Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV, and today, you guys, we have some more news to break down and discuss. Now, in today's video, I'm going to go through as detailed and as quickly as I possibly can because we have a ton of stories to break down and digest today, you guys. In today's video, hear the latest news surrounding Lukaku, Kounde. I'll be discussing Gallagher and his loan move to Crystal Palace. I'll be discussing our first new signing this window in Marcus Bettinelli. And of course, you guys, we have officially announced a new away kit for next season. So, of course, I hope you guys do enjoy today's Newszelly video. Show your love, show your support, most importantly, interact and get involved in the comments. And if you like today's video or dislike it, make sure you let me know with the like or dislike button too. So without wasting any more time, I need to get one quick plug out the way first. And that plug is, today was the day that our new away kit for next season was officially released. Now, as you guys can see, it definitely is giving strong Borussia Dortmund vibes. Very strong Borussia Dortmund vibes. And you know, if we do pull off the signing of Haaland, I guess he is going to feel, a lot more acclimatized wearing this new away kit. I know that this is quite popular. The yellow, the black stripes looking quite nice. A bit of controversy surrounding the sleeve design as well though, but to be honest, I think this is definitely an interesting kit. And you guys know what I'm about to say now. Of course, if you use my affiliate links in the description below, you will get access to my discount code NINI10 to get 10% off your overall orders. So of course, you guys, anyone interested in getting the new away kit, I am your guy. You'll find the info in the description below. And without wasting any more time, and we kickstart things with the first story by discussing our first new signing in this window, who happens to be Marcus Bettinelli, signed from Fulham. Now, what's quite interesting about this deal, you guys, is that a few seasons prior, we actually tried to sign him from Fulham, but at the time, he turned us down. Bettinelli, he is a decent goalkeeper. He has been capped once by England too. And I guess, with us coming in for him for a second time, he couldn't refuse us. I mean, of course, you're staying in London. You have the opportunity to add trophies to your CV as well. And in my opinion, if I'm Bettinelli, I'm looking at the goalkeeping situation. Now, is he going to displace Mendy? Absolutely not. However, he may feel confident about competing against Kepa, who I have to say did not look too good in our first preseason game. And if he does displace him, you're getting minutes in cup games, which is amazing for Bettinelli. So there's not much for me to add to this, you guys. All I can really say is good luck to Marcus. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club. Right now we move on to the second story today, and I want to discuss the latest news surrounding Romelu Lukaku. Now, are we officially turning our attention to Lukaku and giving up on Haaland? You guys, relax, it's not looking to be the case at all. Now, this report has come out from Italy, from Corriere dello Sport, and of course from Italian journalist Angelo Mangianti, which I know I just destroyed that name, but regardless though, the reports do state that we look to offer Lukaku a €10 million per season contract, and we were open to offering €130 million too to sign Lukaku from Inter. Unfortunately though, you guys, many news reports are stating this. Lukaku has turned us down and wants to remain at Inter Milan. Now, of course, for me, this is absolutely no surprise. And if you guys cast your minds back to previous reports I released surrounding Lukaku, I let you guys know first in regard to the fact that Lukaku wants to feel love and feel wanted. Yes, he felt like there was unfinished business here. However, we haven't really prioritized him ever as our main first choice signing. And of course, when our efforts for Haaland are so public, when it's obvious that he is the number one target, Lukaku does not want to be in another situation like he was a few seasons prior where we were both talking to him and Alvaro Morata. Lukaku wants to feel loved, and for me, the only way to make him feel love is to prioritize him as that number one signing. Because if you're not going to do that, why is he going to prioritize his time and look to make the move to us? Now, of course, in this window, you guys, crazy things do happen. And the reality is that Inter Milan would actually sell Lukaku if the right money came in. So who knows what could happen as this window does approach near the end. Could Lukaku be potentially swayed to sign for us? I don't really know. It would be pure speculation at this point in time. But one thing I do know is that if Lukaku was going to be that guy, he'd be prioritized over Haaland right now. For me though, the fact that reports are suggesting that we were happy to spend over 100 million to, persuade Lukaku to sign for us. This must tell us that there is money here for Haaland. Now, of course, yesterday, you guys, Haaland commented on the news in a very cryptic manner by suggesting that the money that is being speculated is absolutely crazy. And a part of me was feeling, is this like Haaland slyly put pressure on Dortmund to release that valuation? I think the reality is, we know that Haaland can leave for 65 million, 75 million euros next season. Can Dortmund turn down receiving double the money for him in this window? I don't see the sense behind that, to be honest. As we know right now, currently both us and Dortmund are at a crossroads. Reports are saying for some reason that we won't make an official bid unless we feel confident, and at the same time, Dortmund are only going to accept crazy bids being made. So this is like a chicken and egg situation. Who is going to make the first move? I feel like it will be us, but I think one information to remember as well. If Tammy Abraham gets sold, expect this deal to really quicken up, you guys. I'm telling you that right now. But as we're seeing right now, we're really struggling to offload anyone because, of course, when you publicly let the rest of the world know that we don't want these players, you can't expect interested parties to meet the valuations you want for them. But it's a bit mad in my opinion. But right now, you guys, let's now turn our attentions to the latest updates surrounding Kounde and our efforts to sign him. Now, based on the latest developments that have just come out, you guys, I've had to restructure the next point, focusing on Kounde. I'm going to break it down into two parts. First, we discuss Zouma because breaking news, you guys, it seems like West Ham have come in with a 20 million bid. This is below the valuation that we want, of course, naturally, because we kind of put on ridiculous valuations for every single one of our players. But at this point in time, it's believed that Zouma would prefer a move to West Ham over Sevilla. And of course, I think we have to understand and respect that, players can't always solely focus on their careers, especially when they have families and young kids. Of course, his family are settled in London. Ideally, want to remain in there. There's a lot of difficulties and hassle. And of course, how the family going to feel moving to Spain, a completely different culture and adjusting to a completely different way of living. So, based on that, it makes a ton of sense. A lot of times athletes have to make decisions like this. Of course, personally, I'm thinking you're much better than West Ham. And to be honest, I feel like he's one of the most underrated defenders in the Premier League. Yeah, I'm surprised why other clubs didn't maybe make more efforts to sign him. But of course, where does this currently leave us when it comes to Kounde? Well, you guys, to be honest, if he's not going to go to Sevilla, it doesn't really matter, because if we have the money that we generate from his sale, we can reinvest that into signing Kounde. So this is very interesting, you guys, and it leads on very nicely now to the latest updates surrounding our efforts to sign Kounde. Now, originally there were two hold-ups, sorting this deal at this point in time. One was Zouma, but based on these latest Sky News reports, it does seem like potentially his future will be settled when he signs for West Ham. So again, we generate the money for that, we reinvest it into Kounde, and I guess that's why Sevilla have maybe stuck to their guns, because they weren't too interested in having a player involved, plus cash to obviously let Kounde leave. Of course, Kounde has an 80 million release clause in his contract. We do know that Sevilla won't demand that full amount, but they want kind of close to that amount, around that rough figure, you guys. Last season, they turned down a 55 million bid from Man City before they signed Laporte. So we know that a valuation between 55 to around 70 will be enough to get this deal done. Of course, with this development surrounding Zouma, I guess there are now funds to get this deal over the lines to sign Kounde, but knowing us, who knows, maybe we look to try and offer Alonso as part of the deal to Emerson. I guess we'll find out. The reality was that our offer of 25 million plus Zouma was not enough for Sevilla, but it was enough for us to start a dialogue and make things happen. As we already know, Kounde has agreed personal terms. He has agreed personal terms on a 5-year deal. The only thing left now is to agree a transfer fee with Sevilla, and it does seem like we will get closer to doing this than we're originally thinking. At this point in time, it is looking like Kounde may be our second signing made throughout this window. But again, who knows? What if we look to use West Ham's interest in Zouma to help fund that move for Declan Rice? That would be quite interesting. And as we do know, the moment that a bid is made for Rice, Rice is going to take it from there, and he's going to make it very known that he wants to leave and sign for us. So, you know, there's a lot of speculation going on right now, but it's all very exciting, it's all very interesting. And right now, you guys, we had reports with the final story today, and that's regards to the future of Conor Gallagher. And now, to end with the final story today, we discussed Conor Gallagher making his loan move to Crystal Palace. Now, Palace have had strong interest in Gallagher for many months now, and it seems like they finally got their man once Gallagher rejected the chance to move to Leeds United. Now, you know, I do have to say, you guys, Crystal Palace, they are moving very smart in the window. They've signed Patrick Vieira as the new manager. They've signed players like Elise, Guy, and now, of course, Gallagher as well as Joachim Andersen, who was on loan at Fulham too. So, for me, this is a great move for Gallagher. He gets to remain in London. He plays for a very exciting team with a very exciting project too. And of course, he gets to link up with a close friend of Mark Guy as well. So, for me, this is definitely a win-win situation. The reality for Gallagher right now is that Tuchel is a big fan. For me, when I saw that pre-season game and I saw Gallagher playing essentially two different midfield roles in each half, and of course playing the full 90 minutes, he's not doing that if Tuchel did not see something in him. Let's see what Gallagher does. If he blows up at Crystal Palace, which I think he could have the potential to do because Palace have great attacking players alongside him and they're looking to play in a much more progressive manner, I feel like playing alongside better players will do wonders for Conor Gallagher for next season. He's one of those guys to constantly keep an eye out for. He'll be amazing to have as part of the squad in the not too distant future. Let's see what happens, but for me, this is definitely the right move to make if I was Gallagher. Moving to Crystal Palace, he's going to be tasked with linking their defense to their attack by bringing that dynamism in the middle too. So for me, guys, I'm very excited by this loan move, and I do feel like Crystal Palace will be that second team I follow throughout next season. So there you guys have it. That was the news that has come out currently today, but with how this window's been, I would not be surprised if tonight I have to make another News Daily video. So you guys, on that note, I'm in EFC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.